Welcome guys. Today we'll be covering quiz patente number 2. Question number 1. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia una curva pericolosa a destra. Vero, because this sign here is telling you that you are approaching a dangerous curve to the right. Question number 2. Il segnale raffigurato preannuncia l'incrocio con una strada senza diritto di precedenza. This question says that this sign is placed at a junction with a secondary road that have no diritto di precedenza. Vero, guys, because this sign is always placed at a junction with a secondary road which have no diritto di precedenza. Question number 3. Secondo le norme di precedenza, nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura, il veicolo A deve attendere che siano transitati i veicoli S ed E. This question is saying that at this junction, the A vehicle will wait for the S and E vehicle to pass before it continues, which is falso, because you can see, guys, on this junction the E vehicle have dare la precedenza, which means that vehicle have to wait for the A vehicle to pass before it continue. Question number 4. Se ad un infortunato della strada è entrato un corpo estraneo in un occhio, non bisogna mai bendargli l'occhio ferito. The question here says that anytime you're driving and there is an accident and something entered your eye, they cannot bandage the eye, which is falso, because on the road, if you have an accident and something entered your eye, they can bandage the eye if necessary. Question number 5. Se si deve circolare con veicolo a due ruote su una carreggiata a circolazioni promiscue veicoli tram. Ebbene, se è possibile circolare con entrambe le ruote nel solco della rotaia del tram. This question here is saying that if you're driving a motorcycle on the road with a tram line on it, it's advisable for you to drive on top of that tram line, which is false, guys, because the tram line is very dangerous to a bike. So if you're driving a bike and you come across tram lines on the road, you need to drive carefully. You can't drive on top of that tram line. Question number 6. La patente di categoria A1 abilita anche alla guida dei veicoli che si possono condurre con la patente AM. This question here says that all the vehicles you can drive with AM, you can also drive them if you have a driving license of A1, which is vero, because A1 covers all the vehicles that you can drive with AM. Question number 7. Le luci in figura si accendono subito prima dell'inizio dell'abbassamento delle semibarriere, which is vero, guys, because anytime you see a red light on, it's telling you that you should wait at that junction. Question number 8. In sorpasso è consentito in curva se la strada è a due carreggiate separate, con almeno due corsie per ogni senso di marcia. This question here says that overtaking is allowed on the curve if the road have two carreggiate and also two lanes going to the same direction, which is vero. Question number 9. La visiera del casco peggiora notevolmente la visibilità e quindi va usata il meno possibile. This question here is saying that la visiera del casco, which is the glass on the helmet, the place you use to see the road, needs to be used as little as possible, which is falso. Question number 10. Il valore della distanza di sicurezza deve essere stabilito anche in base alle condizioni atmosferiche. This question says that the value of the safety distance must be established depending on the weather condition, which is vero. Question number 11. Lo stato di shock si manifesta con pelle molto pallida e fredda. This question says that lo shock manifests on a very cold and pale skin, which is vero. Question number 12. In presenza del segnale raffigurato non occorrono particolari cautele perché si ha la precedenza. This question here is saying that because you have rights on the road, you don't need to drive carefully, which is falso. Because even though this sign tells you that you have rights on that road, you still need to drive carefully and give safety distance. Question number 13. La cosa B rappresentato in figura consente alla conducente solo di proseguire diritto. This question says that la cosa B on this symbol indicate that all the vehicles on that cosa should go straight, which is falso because as you can see on this symbol, we have a line indicating two directions, which means the vehicles can go straight and they can also go left. Question number 14. Chi è civilmente obbligato a risarcire i danni provocati da un sinistro stradale? Si libera dall'obbligo se risarcisce il danneggiato, which is vero, because anyone who is obliged to compensate for the damage caused by a road accident is released from that obligation if they compensate the injured party. Number 15. Allorché di notte, su strada extraurbana, incontriamo un veicolo con fari a luci abbaglianti accesi. Occorre fermarsi immediatamente. This question here says that if you're driving in the night and you come across a vehicle with a high light on, which is the luce abbagliante, we need to stop immediately, which is falso. Anytime you're driving and you come across a vehicle with high light on, you don't need to stop immediately. Question number 16. Guidando una piccola autovettura è necessario valutare i maggiori rischi derivanti da possibili tamponamenti o collisioni con autovettura di massa superiore. This question here says that if you're driving a small car, you need to put into consideration the risk when driving close to a truck, which is vero. Question number 17. Sui motocicli è possibile trasportare un passeggero solo se quest'ultimo è maggiorenne. This question here says that it is only possible to carry someone in the bike if the person is an adult, which is falso. Question number 18. In un centro abitato, se si vede un pallone rotolare sulla carreggiata, bisogna cessare bruscamente, which is falso. Because if you're driving in the living area and there is a ball rolling on the road, all you have to do is to slow down, if necessary, stop. Number 19. Il segnale raffigurato vieta di circolare alla velocità di 30 km/h, which is falso. Anytime you see a sign with a red color crossing it, it means the end of that prescription. So from this point on, you can drive 30, 20, 10, and you can drive 40, 50 as long as you are respecting the speed limit of that road. Question number 20. Il conducente che intende immettersi nell'influsso della circolazione deve assicurarsi di poter effettuare la manovra senza creare pericolo o intralcio agli altri utenti della strada, which is vero, because any driver that is about to maneuver in a traffic in the road should be sure of doing that without creating any danger for the other vehicles in that road. Number 21. I catadiotri col indicazioni di direzione segnalano la svolta di un veicolo. This question says that the reflectors and the indicatori, which are the trafficator lights, indicate the turning of a vehicle, which is false because only the trafficator lights, which are the indicatori, indicate the turning of a vehicle. Question number 22. L'inquinamento dell'aria prodotto dai veicoli diminuisce se si lascia acceso i climatizzatori. This question says that the air in the vehicle reduces if you leave the air conditioner on, which is falso. Question number 23. Il segnale raffigurato consente in transito agli autotreni, autoarticolati ad autosnodati. This question says that this sign allows the transit of autotreni, autoarticolati, and autosnodati, which is vero, because this sign here tells you that at this point you can't overtake a vehicle, but it allows the transit of all vehicles. Question number 24. La distanza di sicurezza deve essere maggiore se si percorre la corsia di emergenza. This question says that you need to give safety distance if you're driving on the corsia di emergenza, which is falso because you can't drive on the corsia di emergenza. You can only occupy that corsia if your car breaks down, you have health issue, or maybe you're transporting a very ill patient, but you can't drive on that corsia. Question number 25. Le autocaravan camper sono veicoli aventi una speciale carrozzeria per essere adibiti a trasporti ad alloggio al massimo del numero di persone indicato nella carta di circolazione. This question says that auto caravan is made for the transport of people, and the maximum number of people you can carry on it is always written in the carta di circolazione, which is vero. Question number 26. Il segnale raffigurato indica la direzione da seguire per raggiungere Taranto. This question says that this sign here indicates the direction you need to take to arrive at Taranto, which is false because this sign here refers to a city, not the direction you need to take to arrive at that city. Question number 27. Gli ammortizzatori scarichi provocano un comportamento anomalo del veicolo in frenata. Vero, because if the shock absorber are fault in the vehicle, they cause abnormal behavior to the vehicle anytime you hold the brake. 28. Il delineatore raffigurato è posto in un incrocio dove non è possibile proseguire diritto, which is vero, because this sign here is placed at a junction where you either go left or right, but you can't go straight. 29. Il segnale raffigurato indica in punto dove termina il divieto di fermata, which is vero because anytime you see a sign with this angle on it pointing to the right direction, it means that sign ends there. 30. La sosta e la fermata sono vietati in ogni caso sulle piste ciclabili e agli sbocchi di essi. This one here is vero because you can't stop to drop a passenger and you can't park your vehicle on that part of the road which is made for the transit of bikes. Thank you for watching. If there is any question you don't understand, you can drop it in the comment section. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in my next video.